On Friday, the center informed the Apex Court that it is not possible to give more relief to different sectors in the midst of coronavirus pandemic, stressing that the court should not interfere in fiscal policy. The court had earlier said the government's last week's affidavit on waiving interest on loans up to Rs 2 crore frozen by the Reserve Bank of India in a 6-month moratorium granted because of the coronavirus pandemic was not satisfactory. Center was responding on the same affidavit. The government, in its latest affidavit, said policy is the domain of the government and court should not go into sector-specific financial relief. Any further relief, besides waiving of compound interest for loans up to Rs 2 crore, is detrimental for the national economy and banking sector. The government had told the top court last week that it was ready to waive interest on the repayment of loans up to Rs 2 crore. The interest waiver will be applicable for the loans taken by MSMEs for educational, housing, consumer goods and auto loans and for credit card dues. Moving on to the next news, US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has said that China has deployed more than 60,000 troops along the line of actual control with India, hitting out at Beijing for its bad behavior and the threats it poses to the Quad countries. On Tuesday, the foreign ministers from the Indo-Pacific nations known as the Quad Group, the US, Japan, India and Australia met in Tokyo. It was their first in-person talk since the outbreak of coronavirus pandemic. The meeting took place in the wake of China's aggressive military behavior in the Indo-Pacific, South China Sea and along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. The Indians are seeing 60,000 Chinese soldiers on their northern border, Mike Pompeo said in an interview on Friday. Moving on to the next news, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh chief Mohan Bhagwat said Indian Muslims are the most content in the world, asserting that people from all faiths have stood together whenever it has been about the essence of India. Any kind of bigotry and separatism are spread only by those whose self-interest gets affected, he further added. Many Muslims fought in Mewar King Maharana Pratap's army against Mughal Emperor Akbar, Bhagwat reminded, stressing that in India's history, people from all faiths stood together whenever there was an attack on the country's culture. Most content Muslims are only in India, the RSS chief said while wondering whether there are any examples all over the world where foreign religion that ruled over the people of the country still exists there. Our constitution did not say that only Hindus can stay here. We created a space for them. This is the nature of our nation and that inherent nature is called Hindu, Bhagwat said. Moving on to the next news, an attempt to push in arms and ammunition by Pakistan from across the line of control in Keran sector of Jammu and Kashmir was foiled by the Indian Army. Officials said that the army has recovered a cache including 4 AK-74 rifles. An army official said that alert troops foiled Pakistan's attempt to push in arms across the LOC in Keran sector of North Kashmir's Kupwara district. The army noticed 2-3 men transporting some items in a tube tied to rope across the Kishan Ganga river, the officer said. Indian soldiers immediately reached the location and recovered 4 AK-74 rifles, 8 magazines and 240 rounds in 2 bags. The officials informed that the area has been cordoned off and a search is under progress. It was another attempt by terrorists from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir to smuggle warlike stores, but it was successfully foiled by a quick action of alert troops, the officer said. Moving on to the next news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's biopic, in which Vivek Oberoi portrayed his character, is all set to re-release in cinemas on October 15th. It will be the first film to hit theatres post the lockdown. The Information and Broadcasting Ministry has already given a go-ahead for theatres to reopen from this Thursday after a long break due to the pandemic. The theatres should function with 50% occupancy, with other standard operating procedures being followed. Sandeep Singh, the producer of PM Narendra Modi, announced the re-release of the film. He wrote, PM Narendra Modi has been the best Prime Minister of the country, which was proven in the 2019 elections. What can be better than watching the inspiring story of the most inspiring leader of today's times as theatres reopen?
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.